Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. And December the 23rd, my Danish mum used to tell me that this was known as Little Christmas Eve in Denmark. I hope it still is. And that name certainly stuck in my family. So happy Little Christmas Eve. We got an absolutely charming email from Melissa who said, my husband Jay has his birthday, December 23rd. He'll be the big 4-0. I was hoping maybe do a fun puzzle as my way to shout out because he's been watching your videos for years. He even tries the puzzles while watching. I was thinking something either Christmas themed or relating to the number 40 or both. Well, we have the tree, so that's Christmas themed. We've got 40s in the puzzle. He knows I'm asking for a shout out, but I'd really appreciate it for a little extra due to everything he's overcome in his 40 years. So, we don't know where Jay and Melissa live. We don't know what Jay's overcome, but we congratulate him anyway. And now this puzzle, Simon sent me this. He didn't say anything about it. He suggested it in relation to this video. It's called Turning 40 This Year. It's got a lot of 40s in the grid and 2022. That's the year at the top, obviously. And it says it's by Cracking the Cryptic. Now, my logic circuits tell me that if I didn't make it, Simon made it. So there we go. I'm going to be solving Simon's puzzle today. And that's the plan. Now, don't forget, we have just released Fistomafel's incredible hybrid Sudoku hunt on Patreon. Do join us on Patreon. If you're thinking of buying Jay a gift, Melissa, get him a Patreon subscription. And he can have a go at Fistomafel's incredible Sudoku hunt. It is brilliant. We're getting correct entries by the bucket load from people who must be literally sweating out the answers, especially to the last puzzle. Well done. But that's the main draw on Patreon at the moment. On January the 1st, we'll have a new hunt, the standard monthly reward hunt, and there's loads going on always. And what else have we got? We've got all the merchandise and the apps. Do check out the links under the video. We are grateful for your engagement in any way. But let's have a look at the rules of turning 40 this year and Jay's special puzzle. So we've got normal Sudoku rules apply. That means 1 to 9 goes in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. A clue outside the grid sums the first X digits from that direction, where X is the first digit from that direction. So if this is a 4, then the first 4 digits here add up to 20. And if that's an 8, the first 8 digits there add up to 40. So that's how X sums works. Then we have a green line, a German whisper line. Adjacent digits along the green line must have a difference of at least 5. So you could put 1 and 6 in there, or you could put 1 and 9 in there, but you could not put 3 and 7 in those two because the difference is not at least 5. So those are the rules, X sums and German whispers. Give it a try on the link under the video, especially Jay. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Well, these 40s are big. Okay, I like to start X sums by filling in the candidates that they can begin with. So 20 has quite a wide variety of candidates that the X can be. You could do 20 in 3 cells starting with a 3 if you had 3, 8, 9. 4 there's a lot of possibilities. It couldn't be a 6 because 6 cells have to add up to at least 21. The minimum total of 6 Sudoku digits is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 is 21. So that could be 3, 4 or 5. 22 couldn't be 3 because it would have to start with a 3 and you couldn't get 19 in those 2 cells. But well, I was going to say it could be 7, but 22 may be the number that can't be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it certainly can't be 7, which adds up to at least 28. It may even be the number that can't be 6. That's what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 is the only way in 6 digits of making 22, and that doesn't include a 6. So it can't be. Okay, well, that's good. Now the 40s, I did those as a kind of way of introduction. I think the 40s all have to be 7 cells or 8. So the reason for that is a row or column always adds up to the same number because it contains 1 to 9 by rule. And we occasionally share this secret number with everyone. It is 45, the total of the digits 1 to 9. So the outies, if you like, have to add up to 5, and that can't be 3 cells. So it can only be 2 cells of outies or 1, and that means all of these 40s start with a 7 or an 8, and that gives us a lot of pairs and things, but it also tells us the parity of the German whispers line. Ah. Oh, I see, this is nice. Right, wherever there's an 8, one of those two has to be an 8, and that means that the single outie in its column is a 5. So one of these two is a 5. But the same is true because of that 7-8 pair, that one of these two is a 5. And if we have an overlapping pair there and there, that means the 5 is here, and that means we know which is the 8. It is those cells. This is a 7. And what we effectively get from that is a pair that add to 5 here, because those add up to 40. To get to the total of 45, we need a pair adding to 5 here. So we've got like an imaginary V between those cells. And we've got an imaginary V between these cells as well, because it's the same with this 7. That has to be a 7 because we've got an 8 in the column. That one because we've got an 8 in the row. There we've got another imaginary V, therefore, adding to 5. And here. That's weird, isn't it? We get all these imaginary V's in the puzzle. I assume you know XV Sudoku when I say that. Right, let's do the high digits on the line. They alternate. Now, we know that because you can never have a 5 on a German whisper line, because the digit next to it couldn't be 5 away. Therefore, you have alternating digits higher than 5 and digits lower than 5. So these are all the low digits from 1 to 4. And now we know where all the low digits are in this column, for instance. 8 can't be next to 4, so it's next to 1, 2, or 3. 7 has to be flanked by a 1 and a 2. So that is 1, 2, or 3 as well. This now can't be, it's a high digit, it's not 8 or 7, it can't be 6, because 6 always has to be next to 1 on both sides. So that is a 9. This can't be 6, so it's 8 or 9. These, they could be 6, as long as they've got 1s on both sides, because those 1s don't see each other. They're in different boxes and stuff. So, oh, this one can't be 6. This is a 9, because it can't be 7 or 8 as well. This is not 9 or 7, so it's 6 or 8. It's odd. They're not, I suppose it's the shape of the line. They're not obvious to me. What we do with the rest of that. I should have coloured those blue. Maybe I did. Maybe I lost the colour. Right, so the odd thing now is we seem to have virtually used all the clues. Maybe not these. How can we use those? If this was a 4, would there have to be a 9 in the sum? Don't think so. Oh, these two add up to 5. That's quite interesting. Because those two add up to 5, these are the other digits in the column that are small. If that's a 1-4 pair, that's a 2-3 pair. And if that's a 2-3 pair, that's a 1-4 pair. So if that's 1 or 2, this must be 3 or 4. Now this can't be a 6. It's 8 or 9. That's very strange. Still just trying to work out the relationships here and not really getting very far, actually. Maybe if that was a 3, this would have to be a 1-4 pair. The 3 would need 8 and 9 here. We'd know the order. 3, 8, 9, 1, 4. Can't see why that doesn't work. This is 1, 2, or 3. It can't be a 4 because that can't be another 9. No, I'm not really getting this yet. Okay, let's look at the 22 again. If that's a 4, these add up to 18 without a 9 in. I think there's lots of ways they can do that. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Oh, look, I can put a 7 in this box. Oh, a Sudoku. You see, you don't expect that if Simon's made the puzzle. I can put an 8 in the box. And a 9. It's all simple. This is a 6, therefore. Okay, that's interesting. This is not an 8 now. Ah, more importantly, that's not an 8. That's a 9. 8 is in one of those cells in box 8. That 9 hasn't restricted these, but if one of those was a 6, then that's definitely a 1, and one of the flanking cells is also a 1. But I don't know, that could still be 8 and 9. So, still think this 2022 could be the secret here, but I don't know how to use it. Could 20 really be in 5 cells? Maybe I could rule that out at least. These would add up to 16. I cannot see why not. Okay, maybe it's still Sudoku. Look, 9, 9. One of those is a 9. 8, 8. No. Oh, 6 is looking at that cell, so that's an 8. So that sorts out all the 8s. All the 7s are placed. 5's now in one of those two and one of those two. I don't know, maybe I should be focusing on pairs that add up to 5. That must have the other of 3 or 4 from that one. If that was a 6, you'd have 1s here. That would be a 2-3 pair. That would become a 1-4 pair. So you'd have 1s here and a 1 in one of those cells. Can't see the problem. Right, this is low, it's blue. It's 3 or 4 because it sees both of that 1-2 pair. What does that do? These are not low. These are 5, 6, and 8 in some order because all the 4 lows have been done in the column. That's not 8. If that's 8, there's an 8 there. If that's 8, that becomes a 9. And we've got that as 3 or 4. I don't know. How have we got enough information to do this? 8, 7, 9. Seven, 9, 8, 1, 2, 7, 9. We've got definite 8 in one of those. Oh look, I've got this clue up here. Well, this puzzle's a lot easier than I realised. Okay, 5 there, 4 there, 3 there. Yeah, there we go. We get an 8, 9 pair here to make the 20-sum work. That's not an 8. The 8 in the middle column is there. At least I've done a lot of the work to get this far now. Those are, of course, low. Didn't see the clue at all. Right. These add up to 18. They do now, and they don't include a 9. But I think there's still a... Do they have to have an 8 in? That's quite interesting. If they didn't... No, they could be 7, 6, 5. With a 5 there and a 6, 7 pair. So, no. 8, though, in row 6 is here. That's going to put 8 in one of those two cells. So they definitely don't have an 8 in or a 9. So they are 5, 6, and 7 now. There we go. That 22 clues done. I think all the X sum clues, now I finally spotted this one, are done. So you are going to get a bit better time than me because you didn't miss that clue. That can't be an 8. I don't know why I said it could be. That's 8. That sorts out 8 and 9, as that 9 could have. Gives us a 9 there. This is a 6. That's now a 5 and a 6. This has become a 9. That's still not resolved. 9, 1, 2, 7, 8 is here. 3 is in one of those two cells. 4, 6, 7, 5, 8, 9. These are all low. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to just colour them in case it triggers anything. I think I've got everything in 1, 2, 3, and 4 coloured blue so far. Let's get rid of the orange colouring because that's not so helpful now. There we go. So I'm just focusing on the blues for the colouring for now. Now, 1, 2, 8, 7, 9. These are from 4, 5, and 6. We've done all the clue. Well, we still have to make sure these are pairs that add to 5. Are there any other? It's those two that have the 7 clues. Oh, that's a pair that adds to 5 as well. Oh, that can't be 9 anymore. So the 9 in this column is here, unhelpfully, not a 6 on the German whisper line. Yeah, let's look at these big digits. There's a 7 in one of those. Have we got all the 8s done? Yes. Have we got all the 9s done? No. I can put in the last one. There we go. That's all the 9s done. How 7s? Still quite a few to go. In those, there's a couple of X-wings on 7s. How are 6s doing? Terribly. Terribly. That's 1, 2, or 3. It can't be a 4 because of the 8 next to it. That can't be a 3. No, this pair has to add up to 7 because of the 40 clue down here, which I also haven't really been focusing on. So it needs one of them to be a 4 or a 3. Right. That is going to fix a lot of things, actually. 1, 4 there that makes that a 3, makes that a 2, makes that a 1. That's not a 1. That's not a 2. This is a pair that adds up to 5, a V pair. I should have actually got out the pen tool and written the V's in. Then I might have... Well, no, it was noticing that, wasn't it? That was the more important thing. Anyway, we've got a 2 and a 7 there. 3, 8, 9, 1. That pair adds up to 5. 1, 4, 8, 3, 9, 7. 6 in this row has to be here. So that can't be 2, it's a 5. 2 here, 2, 3, 8, 9, 1. 6 must be in one of those. This is 1 or 4 by Sudoku. Now, are there any other pairs that I haven't noticed? I know those are 2 V's. I've done that one. And I've done that one. I don't think there's any others going on. So that can't be a 2, so that can't be a 3. Oh yes, this can't be a 1, so that can't be a 4. This also can't be a 2, so that can't be a 3. How is this not getting anything resolved? This is 3, 4, or 5. It can't be a 6. 6, 3, 8, 2, 5 in this central box goes here. So 7 there, which sorts out one of the 7 X-wings. That's 1 or 4. And now that makes this a 3 at the bottom, which sorts out all the ones in the bottom row. 4 goes with a 1 on the V there, the imaginary V. That is going to sort out almost all the little numbers. This can't be... Oh, this becomes a 1. This can't be 1. Not quite all the little numbers. But we're definitely getting there now. This is a 4 to finish the column. 6 and 3 to finish the middle row. That makes this a 2. That, I think, has entirely finished the whisper line. 6 and 4 up here. 3 and 5 there. 7 and 6 there. We've got a 2 here and a 1, 3 pair. We can do that, 2, 7 pair. Now down here, 4, 5 and 6. That must be 4. Okay, it's not quite finished yet. 1 and 4 there. 1 and 3 here. 2, 3, 8. This is the last one in its column, so that's a 5. 6, 5, 6, 4, and that is a very nice puzzle. Now, it would have been helped if I'd been quicker to notice that I had these clues reading up the grid, but that's very fair. I don't want to give Simon any bigger head by saying I really enjoyed it, but I did. So, happy birthday, Jay, and congratulations from Melissa and from us. Thank you very much for watching the channel. As always, have a great Christmas and holiday season, and hope to see you again on Christmas Eve tomorrow. Bye for now.